Welcome to Loudoun County, Virginia, where you too can sit in traffic all day long. Yes. All day long, this whole area, man, just traffic. Burr, it is chilly, man. It is 67 degrees out. I mean, it's cold. It's a chilly day up here. This is this area. I've said it so many times on my channel. This is the area. If you own a boat up in this area, you're going to have 2 months. I'll stretch it and say 3 months of actually warm weather. You won't, because this area is notorious for the warm weather. It really doesn't hit till middle to late June. Then it's going to be July and August. It's going to be hot months. September, partial. So I'd say between half the month of June, half the month of September, you may get 3 months of warm weather. But you're going to have a lot of hit and miss in between. So meaning in June, you go out on a weekend and you're cold and it's raining. And then next weekend, it's hot and sunny. But then next weekend, it's raining and it's overcast and it's not real warm. And so this area here, you really have, like I say, a 3-month window. For southern Florida, I would say Florida has a good 4 to 5 month window of, I would say for sure May, June, July, August, September, and October. I was down there with my own boat in April, and it was freezing ass. So I know that. But I would say Florida definitely has at least 2 more months, if not 3 months. But Florida also has just year-round boating to a degree, more so than up here, because it doesn't freeze. All right, here we are. And evaluate, do I start hauling toys? We're going to Timbrook Honda. Do I start hauling toys? Is that the next adventure? Which, yeah, who knows? How many times do you see me go over this damn mountain to Timbrook Honda? I mean, oh my gosh. How many times, everybody? Last year, that was the most ever in 1 year, I think. What's crazy is, for the one reason this Timbrook Honda is so successful, they really don't have any competition. So there used to be a Honda dealership in Leesburg, Virginia, where I live. That operation closed up. The company that bought out the rights for that Honda dealership, they can't have the rights in Leesburg because of the it's crazy on how. Anyways, the bottom line is there's no Honda dealership local to me. Manassas, Virginia, which is like 35 to 40 minutes away, is a Honda dealership, but it's a multi-brand dealership. So it's too many products, very small footprint store, not the greatest. The next one would be Coleman Power Sports in Falls Church, Virginia. That's over an hour drive, and they're a multi-brand dealer, so they don't really have a lot of Honda product. Ridersville, West Virginia is another location, but it's a multi-brand dealership. They don't have a lot of Honda product, but that's an hour and a half away from where I am. Frederick, Maryland, their Honda dealership, family-owned, they closed. They never reopened a dealership up there. Honda approached JT Motorsports to be a Honda dealership, but it's too much money to be a Honda dealership. They want like a designated building and floor plan just for that Honda dealership, so the owner doesn't feel like it's worth it. So the whole point is, for Timbrook Honda, man, this is crazy. I'm doing like 70 miles an hour, and I got a lady riding my ass. It's just crazy, but she'll back off. Because she's riding off of her theory is that I'll be the guy who gets a speeding ticket. She won't. This ain't covered. Here's a guy sitting in the ditch. So I see his car right here. Once you get in this left-turn lane, she'll probably come back up on me because her position will be that she won't get the ticket. I will. So anyways, the whole point is, Timbrook Honda, they don't have any competition. And since they're a powerhouse, they get all the product. All Alright, so I'm going to tame it down and let this other person go on by. Put on my cruise control, get that off my foot, and let that person get off my ass. Go on, go, 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 go. Why aren't you doing 70 miles an hour now? So anyways, that's just, I guess, reinforcing that this Timbrook operation, it's a hell of a, it's a hell of a deal. It's all about location, 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 location. And they did well. They picked out a great spot, and there's just nothing around for them to have to really worry about to be competing against. Not that they don't discount their product, they do, but it's nothing like if there was 10 other Honda dealerships all around them. All right, here we go. Onward we go. And you go back a year ago, this would be more about, hey, where am I going today? I'm going to go buy another Honda motorcycle so I can go sit in my showroom. I'm going to go buy another Honda motorcycle so it can sit in my showroom instead of their showroom. How about that idea? One of my customers I'm pretty close with called me. And we got to talking, and I forgot all the business stuff started. I goes, well, how you doing? So I started telling him what's been going on and everything. And after a while, he's like, man, I don't know if I should ask how you're doing. He's like, I gotta go. He's like, wow. He's like, I gotta go, man. He's like, I gotta go back to work. He's like, yeah. Oh my God. So up here, what is this on the road up here? I'm gonna move over. This is like a person on the side of the road. Are they on a motor? I mean, what are they on? Look at this. Look at that. What the hell? Yeah, that is a homeless person with a whole trailer of all the person's gear. Isn't that something? I mean, you'd think we were in Africa or the Middle East or South America. Yeah, you don't see much of that, but you see that everywhere. And those, what's that person's story? Is all you know what I mean? What is that person's story? It's usually a mental issue. The rain has stopped for now, but I know where Brian is. It's downpouring rain still around the Beltway. This truck gets 17.4 miles per gallon. That race truck gets better mileage than this thing does. And here we is at Timbrook Honda. Actually started raining. You know what's incredible is Timbrook Honda is open Monday through Saturday. And they're one of the few dealers now that are the power sports that do that. And that's probably one reason they are a little bit more successful than other dealers, because the multi-brand dealers are all the Tuesday through Saturday. They close Sunday and Monday. So for Timbrook, they are closed on Sunday, but they're open again on Monday. And so here's somebody buying something. So it just doesn't end. Here at Timbrook Honda, there's always somebody buying something. This is funny. This is funny. He can't get in his car. Who doesn't know? Look, oh, I love it. Look, he saw the wife. Look. Ah, who doesn't go through this? This is my life. So this guy's got a brand new or freshly used CBR. I love it. You guys see me fighting with my vehicle all the time, getting attitude? All right, let's go in and see who's here and who isn't, and what's happening at Timbrook Honda. Go do a little run around the dealership with the Iceman. One thing I've noticed on my channel is that you haven't noticed, so you haven't even commented on. Where's the dogs? It's pretty interesting. After Diesel got run over, yeah, wow. How I quit taking him around and just kind of got away from the dogs. It's a lot of work to bring a dog with you in a vehicle, but what you really learn, especially on those German Shepherds, your vehicle gets trashed with hair. So I'm just not up for it. It's too much work. Now, if I only had one dog, maybe I'd do it, but even then, this time of year, it's too hot out. They sweat their, it's not good for them in the truck. Blah blah blah. Here we go. Talking to the people here at Timbrook, and let's see what we got here, buddy. I gotta get my phone in my pants after changing out my pants.
It's worse for wear.
Okay. Have a good day. All right, now that was a CB1000R. Got to get my feet moving, everybody. My body. Yeah, as you get older in life, man, it's just like there he is. You can't leave.
Oh yeah.
Where are you going?
Home.
Already?
Yeah.
You that slow?
No, I don't get I don't have. Everybody else gets a day off. I got the day I want to take off. They won't let me, so I just take half a day Friday and half a day Monday.
Oh, there you go, everybody. Well, all right, let's go inside. And who's at the counter today?
Gary Gray.
Hey there, how are you?
All right, my man. How are you?
I don't know. How am I? Hey, where is the jack of all trades? Is he here? Well, he's here today. He's not off.
Right.
He has a package for me.
I know about it. I know where.
Look at this. So, boy, this is the old Honda Monkey real colors when it kind of got going to a degree, huh? The good old Honda Monkey. That's so cute, isn't it?
It is.
So that's the new, 2025 or 2026 color? All right. No Bernie, right?
Right.
Hey, what up, Chris? I mean, he's in today, right?
Yeah. I know Jimmy's here.
I was here the other day looking for you. We were making fun of you. See, since you weren't here, we could make fun of you.
Of course.
We were having a field day about how we said, I asked everybody, how many sales you got? So then one guy, was it Jose?
Yeah.
He said 7. Zach had like 1. I think Jack had like 1 or 2. And then the new guy. But then you weren't here. So I said, you had -4. Because you had the refund one. 2 people came back and wanted a refund because you sold the wrong motorcycle.
No, that wasn't me.
No, I'm just being funny. I'm being funny. No, I'm being sarcastic.
I know.
I'm saying you were the number. You were -4 because you always have the people return them. So we made fun of you. You couldn't be here.
But Saturday I sold a Goldwing.
How many?
I sold a Goldwing.
Oh, did you? The 50th anniversary?
No, I've sold a couple of those, but I've sold.
Oh, you have sold the gold anniversary.
Yeah.
That's a hot item.
I've sold about 2 or 3 of them.
People like that color.
They do.
Really?
Some people do. Once you get it outside, and
It's really pretty.
they
That's
like
good.
It is.
That's impressive. Well, Bernie is supposed to get me one of those boxes. You get a commemorative box.
You got it.
So with that, do you know what it is? What's inside the box?
The big box is there's like a mirror, and then there's like a half of the new Goldwing on this side and half of the original Goldwing on this side. So then when you see it,
Okay. Well, Bernie gave me one.
yeah.
Is this his, Jimmy?
Well, I know. Well, here's the thing. I know that Jack sent me a picture.
You get the model
Yeah.
of that,
Yeah.
and the history of the Goldwing. This book
Okay.
is really cool,
All right.
and you'll enjoy looking at this.
Oh
and
hell
reading
yeah!
that.
That's awesome.
And here's your
Yeah.
Goldwing.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you. Well. Look what else I'm getting here, everybody. But I think I earned my keep here. I got to get the hell out of here. Yeah, look what I got here. Do you see what this is? That's going to go with my Works Edition motorcycle 450 that collects dust every day in my shop. So they just gave me a frame picture, which they were a few of the others here like, what? You got that? Like, come on. I'm like, yeah, I got it. Professional opinion of the long-term used car sale guy. Yes, he did sell used cars for how many years? 20? Okay. So for professional Tim, why the hell hasn't the Pioneer 1000 Snowblade sold?
A lot of money.
Ha! You hit it on the head. There it is. Yeah,
I mean, that's it.
That's it. But here's the great news: you've sold how many of these Goldwings? 3? You said 2 or 3?
Yeah. I sold
Wow.
a couple of the gold ones. I sold a silver one on Saturday.
Wow, man. That's. Are you selling more DCTs or manuals or both?
Well, yeah, it kind of depends on the person. I have sold a couple DCPs and I sold a couple manuals as well. The one I did Saturday was a manual.
Yeah, right. Okay, but now Tim says that when you're out in the sun, this does have a little bit more of a flavor to it.
It does. When you get it out under it and everything starts kind of popping.
Yeah.
The metal flake and the gold and that kind of stuff.
Yep. Well, you know, for the record, if I was still doing all that crazy stuff, I probably would buy one, just because it is a unique. Yeah, it's the 50th anniversary, just to kind of honor that. So the odds are I'd probably do it, and I'm sure you get a lot of looks for the right and wrong reasons. All right, I'm leaving, everybody. We're done. These guys are sick of me, so I gotta get out of here. I don't know how many minutes it is, so I have to go one-handed. All right, time to crawl into the truck. Oh my gosh! Well, I tell you what. I've been here quite a while, a few hours, and it's just nonstop. And it's interesting. I've seen a lot of older couples and older people come in this dealership today. So it's interesting. What's interesting is so many of these multi-brand dealers think that not being open Monday, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? Well, I'll tell you what, they're going other places then to spend their money. People, I was in the retail business. You have no idea how timing and a moment of excitement is so important. And I've witnessed it on my own channel, just in me trying to sell things on my own channel. And advertising, the marketplace, it's just that one day, I get a guy, I'm going to come check out your bike. And then all it takes is the day to pass. And then it turns into, they go silent. So the whole point is, it's all about the moment that people are excited to buy something. And if you being a multi-brand dealership, you're fools. But what they'll say is, because I have friends who are in them, and what they say is, well, it's too hard to schedule people working and blah, 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 blah. It's like, are you kidding me? You're a fool. You're a fool only be open 5 days a week. You're losing, you think this through. If you're a multi-brand dealer, you're losing 52 days out of the year. You're losing close to 2 months of selling product. Are you a fool? You're a fool. Wow. Yes. I wonder if any of these multi-brand guys, what retail business do you know that's open 5 days a week? And for the multi-brand products, what I mean is the Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, typically the dealerships that have all the different brand motorcycles, they're open typically Tuesday through Saturday. So but then it tells you too, I guess they make so much freaking money, they don't need to be open an extra 52 days a year. Can you imagine your business, sincerely, turn off the lights in the business you're in or your paycheck 52 days out of the year? How would you be doing? Let's just say you're the average person that makes let's just say you make $200 a day and you work 5 days a week. That's $1,000 a week paycheck. So now you take 52 days times $200, that's $10,400 less in your checking account. Would that work for you? Hell no. So once again, it's all about, if you ask me, these guys they're idiot. You're an idiot. You're clueless. You're just making enough money to keep you happy, and that's all it really turns into, I guess. But I will tell you this, like Jack, my good friend back there, add another salesperson, in his view, it's taken away another sale from him. Now, the management side, their view is, no, you guys need to work harder to build a bigger pie of business here instead of just trying to eat off the existing pie that we've already created. And that's where there's a difference of views of who's working harder to get the sales versus the one's already comfortable and gets the sales. So I told Chris, the used trade-in guy there, to run a number on the Blue Rancher, the Honda CBR 1000RR, which is the kid's bike, the Grom, the Monkey, and something else. I can't remember what else it was. We got a cop up here sitting beside the road. Running radar, so that's not good. As he comes up the road for me. I don't think he's doing much. He's just hanging out looking pretty. Thank goodness. Don't come talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. Yeah, so I'm trying to think. What I said, do I get rid of the Fireblade? you know, or the WRX 450 motorcross. He's like, and he's a good guy. I mean, Chris is a pretty sincere guy. He's like, if you really could make that work, you keep those things. He's like, those things down the road, those will be some things that you'll be like, wow, why did I let those go? So I don't know. But I think the first thing let's do is just evaluate the Blue Rancher, the CBR 1000RR, because those two notes there, you know, there's $1,000 a month right there. The Groms, they're chump change. That's $100 a month. So there's not a lot really there to be that worried about. But then you go to the Fireblade in the WRX, yeah, there's another good $2,000 plus a month. Meaning between all four of those bikes, I would save myself another good $1,000 plus a month. Yeah, so that's really like, is it worth it? I hear you loud and clear. If you're smart, no, it's not worth it right now. Dump all your stuff you can and get your cash flow back and things back in order. But the only thing is, you're not going to buy another Fireblade per se. You can. The WRX Works Edition, I don't know about that, but it's just taking one thing at a time. Kind of really hate, to me, letting go of my daughter's Honda CBR 1000RR. That'll be pretty much saying it's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's never again for her. Which to me, that'd be like, that's too bad. But then you read the obituary of a young lady named Melanie. She died on her motorcycle. You know, then you read the obituary of a guy here local that died hitting a deer. He hit a deer that then put him into a direct head-on collision to a car, so he's dead. And Joe Bailiff. But this is now the kill season. You know, we all focus on the fall months, winter months. You know, it's the deer season, the hunting season, the bird hunting season, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, what's sad to say is we're now, the motorcycle community, we're now in the kill season because we're now in the prime time of the year where more than ever people will ride their motorcycles because we have nicer weather. So you're going to read more than ever now of the people dying on motorcycles because it's just a numbers game. There'll be more people out on the road. For the winter months, colder months, there's less people on the road, so you don't hear much about this. So sadly, the list will continue to grow for the kill season, for the motorcycle season this year. All right, well, I'm rocking. I'm hungry. You shouldn't be hungry. I know I shouldn't be, but I am.